it's propagating.
Whenever you're ready. Might need to turn it up. I don't know.
Maybe.
Fuck. We'll see. No, I'm fine.
Find out.
I can do that.
We're
from
definitely
here,
getting audio.
actually.
It's going to have to sound a lot better than
There
last
we go.
time.
That's a little better.
Let's see. All right.
Chip's in control because I can't see what's happening.
All part of my master plan.
Let me pull up Facebook.
All right. I just have the camera on you right now, and I'm trying to fix my headphones.
Hey, we're live now, dude.
Hell yeah, we should be. Yeah.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
We're back.
It's always something dumb, you know? It's
We're
always
back.
something dumb, silly, stupid.
Yes.
Boy,
I work in IT for a living. I'm used to this.
I'm sure we'll have more problems,
Some dumb reason,
you know?
but we fixed it.
I think we fixed it.
The people out there should be hearing us loud and clear now. Ain't that right?
Yeah. Yeah, we're good now. We're good now, fellas. We're good, boys.
Yeah.
I got my Diet Pepsi. We got what we got?
2 thumbs up from the
Yeah,
wife.
drink.
We got a tank. We have a tank.
Ashley said turn your microphone up.
Mine?
Yeah.
All right.
We have a tank of Maker's Mark. We have Coca-Cola. We have Diet Pepsi for me because I can't do the sugar and the calories. Sorry. You don't look like that just because. 3? Or I don't. Oh, a headphone. I don't know.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
3?
We'll do a little tweak.
God damn.
Oh, that's loud now.
You cranked the game.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Control from that mix. Okay.
All right.
We're good now, huh?
Yeah.
Let's wait till
All right.
Chip gets situated. Chip, are you
I thought
situated?
I was situated. All right.
Fire!
You good to go?
Jessica Hallbrook said, fire!
Oh,
Fire!
Jessica
Fire!
Hallbrook said that. Fire!
Yeah.
Cool.
You should have invited Jessica over.
I should have.
All the boys are in Ohio recording.
Up there, just raging out. I was talking to Mike Yorks earlier. They're over there in some $10,000 Airbnb or something, or some dude's house, just doing all kind of narcotics and pills and things. I saw they had lines on the coffee table. Oh boy, that's funny. That's a good one. But anyway, thanks guys for coming to
Yes.
my first episode of the first show. We were supposed to be live about an hour ago, and we had just a silly button we didn't push that we didn't realize. It took us about 45 minutes, but we're good to go. Thanks Chip for being here. Thanks Mitchell for being here. Mitchell's got his
you know it.
pink flamingo shirt. Everybody had a meeting before this and decided to wear shades
Ready
except
to
for
roll.
me. I didn't know about it, so I
It's
didn't
the
have
Cool Shades Club.
Man, I
didn't
tried to
have
get you to
shades
get
on.
the money shirt.
I
The
should
money
get-
shirt
I
is the
sh-
best shirt.
I should get a money shirt.
If I can get big money embroidered on the shoulders.
You know what I was
Fucking
watching?
epaulets.
You know what I was watching earlier that today's the last day of? Do you know what today's the last day of? Nobody knows.
I don't.
The Sturgis motorcycle rally. Holy shit,
Oh,
dude.
wow.
So
Haven't heard about that in a few years.
holy shit, dude. For the last 9 days, it's been insanity. I've been watching the live stream
Mhm.
at work because that's what I
Oh,
do.
wow.
It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. Like 5 Antifa dudes showed up. I watched that video. That was pretty cool.
Cool. Yeah, I didn't even think of that.
Like,
Sturgis
wow,
during
yeah.
nowadays.
Dude, it was nuts.
Dang, man.
Nuts. You can go to, I'm going next year. I don't care if y'all go or not, but I'm going.
I might have to go.
We're going to get a tent.
It's a bucket list thing.
It's $29 to go camp out there. I checked. $29
Wow.
for the site. And you just go camp and rage with a bunch of old dudes with Harleys.
Mhm.
We got to get Harleys.
Now, is it one of those things where they have a path already set up and they just kind of ride freely, or is it like specific dates?
What do you mean? ride
Well,
freely through the town.
It's like a festival, I
for
think.
example,
like a
that's what I'm
town they
asking. Like,
build up.
for example, my father-in-law, he rides, right, and he goes to these events, and sometimes they last a week, sometimes they last multiple weeks, but it's usually from like point A to point B back to point A kind of thing.
No, they do different rides. They do different like we're gonna ride around this block, we're gonna ride up this hill or whatever. But a lot of it is just absolute raging and bar fights and drinking.
Well,
concerts.
raging and motorcycle driving sound like those two things are harmoniously made to be put together. That's probably the best combination I've ever heard.
Yeah, it's a
Well,
lot.
Sturgis had
Let's
quite the
rage and
reputation.
then let's go ride motorcycles.
It's had a reputation for years. I've seen documentaries, shows on it. I remember there was some TV reality show on that revolved around Sturgis.
You know who
years
headline
ago.
this year? You know who headline?
Kid Rock.
That was last year.
I love Kid
that
No
was
shit,
a lucky
dude.
guess.
Yeah, Kid Rock headline last year.
I seen Kid Rock in Mobile, and it was one of the best shows.
Really?
I bet.
Yes, no, hands down. I mean, he had every person on stage. He had like probably like 20 to 30 people on stage. Trumpet player, soul singers, everybody. But I mean, for Kid Rock, I mean, it's not the ball with the ball. I mean, it's the whole scope of Southern rock when he performs.
I bet it's like a 2-hour.
Oh,
ordeal.
it was amazing. It was what's that festival they used to have in Mobile?
Oh, Bayfest.
Yeah, it was something like that.
Yeah.
And old Hagler, he had got tickets because he was I forget he was working somewhere, and they hooked him up with like 4 tickets, and it was amazing.
Yeah, I stumbled into a Keith Sweat performance the last time I went to Bayfest. That was nice. When a man loves a woman, shit, it was weird. But anyway, the headliner this year for Sturgis was Smash Mouth.
Smash. Oh, that's funny.
Yes.
For the bikers.
And guess who played before them? Trapped. And nobody. I read the crowd sizes.
Did they have a chicken wire fence in front of the stage for all the beer bottles?
No,
being
but
thrown?
I saw pictures and it was bad. Like nobody was paying attention. Everybody was walking around. People were revving up their bikes and shit while they were playing.
Yeah.
It was weird. It
Hey
was
now,
not good.
you're an all-star.
But when Smash Mouth hits the stage, dude, when Smash Mouth hits the stage, somebody won. The shit got lit, dude.
Oh yeah, all the Hell's Angels went crazy over that one.
Those 55-year-old women started getting loose.
Started flashing the stage.
Oh, dude, it was stupid. It was stupid. They
might-
should have got a Krangbin.
Yeah, Krungbin. I don't know how you say their name.
Krangbin. Can you play that?
Let's go. Let's
dude.
see. We got our game show panel here for those watching.
The bangs on the hair is amazing.
Here's. You getting this out of here? There we go. I love this thing.
There you go. I want to do all the drugs.
Pretty much. Feel like I'm on it.
It reminds me of the songs they have for James Bond movies.
Yeah, it's a little bit of that vibe too.
I feel like I'm trying to figure out something.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Portishead. Nobody Loves You. That's what it reminds me of.
Are those really good?
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't realize that at first. And I've
I like
watched
that
one
shirt. I like her shirt.
And if you like watching those gear shows on YouTube, like the Rig Rundown, they do a really hilarious one. Like minimal equipment, one guitar, one pedal, one amp. That was cool.
Did you figure out what that is on the snare?
I think it's like a towel over or something. Or sheets. It looked good.
So how'd you find these guys?
Just listening to music constantly. Always listen to music constantly.
Late night.
Yeah.
Suggestion.
Maybe it was probably on Spotify. This is a band whose name I saw pop up a lot for like a year before I tried them out. I like their vibe.
Who was the band you showed me where they were in like a church? And they're all kind of circular. Come on, they were going hard, dude. They had that
KXP
Asian,
too.
they had that Asian keyboard guy.
Yeah, that was KXP. I forget who I could probably play it.
Yeah, work on that. That was incredible.
Let's go to the multicam. Yeah.
What's up, Joey Miller? What's up, Ashley Gruich? What's up, Justin Murphy? Got JM on the damn thing, dude.
Justin Murphy
Yeah.
lives in Texas now.
Is he in Austin, right?
He's in Austin now. I saw him for a hot minute one day. And, he picked up and hauled ass out to Texas.
The frick is he doing out there?
Got a lady.
Is he eating hot dogs out there? What's he doing? What are you doing in Texas,
Eating
Justin?
dirt. Eating bats in Austin.
Isn't it like $9,000 a month for a studio apartment out there?
I don't know. You have to ask him.
Can't remember. I'm trying to remember who that
You don't know
was.
the name of that band, do you?
I don't.
You're not gonna find it. How about King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard?
Oh, man, you know, that's my
What?
favorite band of
Let's-
all time.
let's
What are you
do it,
talking
man.
about?
Let's crank that one.
Let's bring that to our watchers here tonight.
Good Lord.
Got to share the King Gizzard. Here we go. This is from 2 years ago.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I've had 4
You've got to tune to KEXP. We are listener-powered radio at 90.3 FM here in Seattle, streaming around the world at KEXP.org. And from halfway around the world, it's our great friends King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard
we go.
live here in the KEXP studios. Welcome.
Smoke 'em if you got 'em, crowd.
Here we go.
Look at that backdrop. I love those lights.
Yes. I wish I had those lights in this room. I'm gonna figure out how to get them. I'm
You
sure
know,
we can figure that out.
They have those lights in Houston.
Like that? Or?
Like that.
Psychedelic rock revival going on in Australia.
I have no doubt we're going to get kicked off YouTube.
Yeah, that's true. We just ruined that.
Yeah, Joe Rogan has that problem. He can't show public. I mean, he can't show YouTube videos, podcasts because unless they're public domain. They have to be public domain. Now he can show public domain Google images, but to show another video, he's trying to Google. But he's moving Spotify, so he's like, fuck you, I'm out.
But can he play video? Still can he do it?
He said same format, so I guess Spotify is not going to penalize him. I mean, because it kind of, if you're on YouTube, because there's money involved.
You're making money off of other people.
But if you're on Spotify and you're playing YouTube videos, what the fuck does YouTube care? Because you're, increasing play numbers for them.
I don't know.
Each of us has
see
a
his
purpose.
new,
We are destined
podcast
to do
studio
something
still?
meaningful. What do you think a private
Pretty
Christian
rad.
education looks like?
I'm not too worried,
GCU
though.
offers
I'm
over
concerned with,
175
the
high-quality
KrohnKast,
online programs.
Be a big
Find
deal,
your
dude.
purpose at
Very
Grand
big.
Canyon University. Visit
Custom-ass studio,
gcu.edu.
man.
I mean, we're
We-
talking
we could-
about, new table, new microphone.
Yeah, we gotta get a new table. This table's
I mean, we're.
I like it.
think
This
we're
is a
like-
great starting
it's a
table.
great. It's a great table. But we just can't clip it.
Should we keep this playing? I don't
Hey,
know.
shout out to Mike Yorks, who's up in. Where you at, Mike? Are you in
Ohio.
Ohio? I don't know. I think he's
Uh,
in Cleveland. Cleveland. They're up
Think
there. They're up there.
They drove all night. They drove all night to get there. They were posting pictures and videos and waking up Andrew and wake up, Andrew.
Yeah, I heard a rumor about him, dude. I don't know if it's true or not. I heard he sleeps like 14, 15 hours a day, like every day.
Oh, that's the
I
life.
heard that. I don't know if that's true. But shit, I wish I could do that. He's probably sharp as a pin needle, you know?
You get it all done in that 3 hours.
I mean, with with a voice like that, you gotta fucking rest those vocal cords.
I get,
I
yeah.
mean, I would sleep that if I could sing like him. Shit, I'd sleep fucking 20 hours a day.
Yeah, they're in Cleveland.
That wouldn't be bad. Only awake for 4.
I've never been to Cleveland. Never been to Cleveland. As many places that I've went.
I can't remember if I probably did or not.
I probably never go.
I know I
out.
did. I know I did the triangle. I did the triangle in Ohio, which was I think it was Dayton, Columbus, and what's the third one? What's the third one? Maybe it's Cleveland. I can't remember. But I did the triangle, and I just remember Ohio being a bunch of cornfields.
Who was that with?
When I did that was me just playing solo acoustic. But we played a couple of shows there. I think in recovery period, passing through.
You did a solo tour in Ohio?
I did a solo tour in Ohio and Florida and the Southeast back when I was at USM. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where were you in a little? No offense, Chip. Were you in a little Corolla or something, just zigging around, like smoking Pall Malls? Like what?
Yeah, because I smoke all the time. You can
It's weird.
tell by my voice. No, I went on a tour with other bands, other musicians, other solo acts.
Hmm.
I was a weekend warrior when I
Other
was in,
vagrants.
college.
That's wild, man.
What?
How long ago was that?
That was early 2000s.
Early 2000s. Yeah. Right around 2005, I went through that neck of the woods. Not Ohio, though, but up that way.
I had my buddy lived up there. He was in the Air Force and he was stationed there, and so we had done this tour in that same summer. We had done a tour in Florida, and it was an absolute disaster. It was just fucking, everything that could go wrong went wrong.
Empty bars, flat tires.
Showing up to the shows not booked, playing coffee houses, that kind of thing. Playing at rock shows and just feeling, totally out of place. And but when we did Florida, it was me and 2 other guys playing solo acoustic acts, and we're kind of like I had a record label, and we're trying to promote ourselves as the artists from that record label, and Florida was a fucking nightmare. Anyways, so to make up for it, I booked shows in Ohio where he lived, and then me and the other guy, we flew up. We this is back before 9/11, so we were actually able to bring a PA on the plane.
Yeah.
And I still have the PA, and it's the size of a suitcase,
Yeah.
but it's a powered amplifier, and it had to go through security. It had to go through the X-ray machine, and I knew it was gonna get hold up, because we mailed the PA speaker to him, and we're like, we'll just bring the PA with us on the plane, and then when we get there, that'll be how we, because the bars that I booked us at, they're like, no, we don't have a sound
Yeah,
system.
they never have a PA. We just have live acts every week, but we don't have a sound system.
Yeah, I mean, what
Why
I'm
would
getting
we
at
do
is, if you fucking brought a PA to the airport now, they'd probably, you'd miss your flight.
Yeah.
There's no fucking way they would let a piece of electronic equipment,
They'd have to rip it apart.
that complicated.
Or it would be like $700.
I mean, compared
That's
to
true.
a skinny ass laptop.
Yeah.
I mean, this thing's got like a heat sink on it. It's like I said, it's the size of a small suitcase. It's like, why do you need this? Why would you bring this on the plane with you? In these times.
What year was that? Was that 87 or what year?
Yes, right after I was born.
Back in '93.
I don't know. That was like 2000, 2001, 2002, something like that.
Yeah,
Probably 2001.
we were playing at Kirk's Bizarre
Yeah, we were
around that
rocking
time.
Kirk's Bizarre, dude. You don't know nothing about that shit, bro. Well, what you do, but yeah, those were the. I still haven't been in there since they've reopened, and I'm
Me
sad
either.
to say that.
You haven't been to the hot spot?
Nope.
I'd like to go there
Man,
too.
need to go.
it's got a nice system in there now. It's got a nice little stage.
Well, they had a wall of PAs. I remember at Kirk's.
Oh, it's
Remember,
not.
it was
It's
like a
not the
big-
spider web anymore. It's not that fucking web nest that was all kind of hodgepodge together. It's nice. It's legit.
Really?
They got they got two little powered speakers on the side.
Oh.
It's
I'll
nice.
have to go check
It's
that
like
out.
it's like this. It's all black, little high rise black stage.
You know what we
It's
should
nice in
do?
there.
We should go to a show, Mike the Bands, and do a live thing there. We should do a live
and
thing,
make our return 20 years later.
but as a podcast.
yeah,
Entertain
Yeah.
and live stream in between bands. That's what we should do.
that would be fun.
I think that's a terrible idea.
Is that a bad idea?
Took us fucking
No.
45
Oh,
minutes
yeah.
to figure out just one fucking button for two inputs.
But now we know.
It wasn't
Right?
a button,
It wasn't a button. Well, it kind of was a button.
but
It's a click.
now we have it figured out.
Yeah.
Who would have thought that channels 7 and 8 would actually be channels 7, 9, and 10?
Yeah. It's like 9 and 10. We don't have.
Now that we got
9
that
and
figured
10?
out, sky's the limit.
Yeah.
So what's going on with the music video? When's the music video coming out? What's the status on it? Transient?
Oh.
Talk about it, because you have talked about it, but I don't think we talked about it last week.
Well, there's a whole.
I know there's a lot to it. There's a lot of fucking moving parts. Is it still being editing? Did they consider your edits? Is there a final cut? Has it been released?
I don't know. It has not been released. But
Is
I
it going to
don't
get released?
Yeah. We have a schedule because we want to do the ads and things. We're gonna do ads. We're gonna do a schedule, and we want to release it as we are doing a like a month before we do the tour, which we're hoping is going to be in January, but we don't know. We don't know. Because
January?
it-
What
yeah.
are you talking
knows?
about?
No, but
January.
Listen to me. Calm down.
Post-COVID.
It does not take that long to edit a video.
No, the video's done. Video's done. But
So
we-
what are you
we-
sitting on?
no, I don't want to. Look, there's strategy behind all this shit, dude. I don't want
Lay it on me.
I don't want to put out a video right now, and
It's all about timing.
just push it on the internet and not play a show or not have any performance behind it or not have any kind of regional push behind it, because it's kind of wasteful. So what we are banking on is this whole. I have a theory that Texas and some red states are going to start opening shit up, especially beginning of 2021, because America as a whole is tired of this bullshit, right?
yeah.
Right? They're going to say F it. I mean, Mitchell's from a different standpoint because he knows how bad this shit is. We don't, right?
It's like, fuck y'all.
I don't know how Mitchell almost died, right?
I mean currently, look at Government Street, right? Currently, Government Street is open. They are legally open until 11 o'clock, right? That's what time they got to close down. They can have bands in there, but from what I understand, even with bands playing, there's nobody in there.
Yeah.
They're having trouble to get people because everybody's still staying home. So
They're not gonna
what
pay
you're
the
saying
band.
is you're going to wait until January when everything's open. Well, technically everything's open right now. You could go play on Government Street. It's just that the probability is you're probably going to play to an empty room or maybe just to a handful of people. But, I mean, you kind of got to toss up, like, your position. I mean, if you're normally playing to, like, only a handful of people paying attention to you, then it doesn't really make that big of a difference.
It's true. But there's a lot of other things that are going into it, too, because we're recording a bunch of we're finishing up a bunch of songs, doing vocals to a lot of our other songs. And we want to have, like, a handful of videos lined up to have a scheduled release of certain videos.
Okay.
To keep the momentum going. And we have quite a few right now. And I just think what's the word I'm looking for? The symbolism of 2021 is going
Sure.
to make a big difference. Because I think, in my opinion, America has voted and they don't believe in the lockdown as a whole. That's just what I see. They don't believe in this shit. Live by the sword, die by the sword, right?
Don't believe in being locked away, or don't believe in the virus, or what exactly?
I can't see no virus. I ain't seen no virus.
You're not going to stop
can't
me
tell
from
me it's
getting
real.
out of Walmart.
No, man, I'm just saying.
Take away my freedom.
No,
I
man.
got to get my Oreos.
No, just
Look,
but yeah, no.
if I told you right now, right? If I told both of y'all, right now, they're like, hey,
Tell us.
for the next 10 years, we got some shit going on planet Earth here. For the
10
next-
years. Why is
for
it
next-
10 years?
Let me get the hypothetical out.
I know, but you are getting the hypothetical out. You're throwing out 10 years. I mean, like, what is going to occur over 10 years?
If I told you, I'm reversing
The
the
biggest
whole
there'll
thing.
be Metallica will be opening for them in 10 years.
For the next 5 years, right? You ain't doing nothing musically. Matter of fact, we're going to shut the internet down. We're shutting the internet down for the next 5 years. You want to live like that? I don't.
Why
No.
Why would you shut the internet down?
I'm just trying to make this a bigger snowball for you
Yeah, I see.
for the hypothetical.
Okay.
But my thing is, like, if you're going to fucking stop me from doing what I do, because this is what I do, if you're going to, like, shut my whole thing down and just make me go to work and come home and then and drink coffee on the weekends with two dudes, like, I'm out. Like,
It's
I don't think
Life's not worth
anyone-
living.
yeah, it's not.
That-
It's really. I mean,
that's
to
what
me,
it comes down to.
if this is what I do and what I enjoy,
Yeah.
like, I'm not.
I don't think that's the reality at all right now. I don't think anyone's.
What's a hypothetical?
Yeah, that's your hypothetical. But the reality is that nothing has been completely shut down. There is a lot that is open, but there are limitations. They're just trying to hold back. It's like the thing with the schools, right?
Mhm.
It's like you have this huge force that's saying, don't open the schools yet. Do not open the public arena up for the virus to spread like wildfire.
Mhm.
And, what I was saying was that, you probably have these, health officials higher up saying, do it. Let the floodgates open. Let's get the shit over with. Which is horrible. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. It puts so many people at risk. I think those are the two parties that are, at debate here, or the two ways of thinking.
I think you're right, but after November and then coming January, we're going to be good to go, and we're going to be back playing shows, and you better be fucking ready because I'm ready. Right?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I'm fucking ready.
I'm fucking
No,
ready, dude.
This guy's ready.
Let's ride, dude.
Oh yeah.
Let's get in 16 fucking bands. Let's get Maker's Mark
Yeah.
rolling and get it going, dude. I ain't playing
December
games, dude.
December 1st. There's gonna be a show at Phil's house.
Hey,
January 1st, 2020.
Everything's still gonna be
Blowout
shut
bash
down.
here.
And Phil's gonna be like, "Fuck this, let's do a house show."
Oh, fuck Diet Coke.
Yeah.
Diet Coke, dude.
Snuck one in during the reopening period.
Do you have any Diet Coke over there?
Nah.
Fuck no.
No, sir.
Nah. Oh yeah, diabetic.
Ah!
Too sweet.
I
Too
shouldn't have
sweet
done
for
that.
him.
We're
That was a
losing them
mistake.
out there. We losing y'all out there.
Oh my god, dude.
We got some viewers back. We got 5 viewers right now.
No, but by the time things open up, which who knows if they will. I'm gonna be ready to roll.
Yeah. I'm a big old introvert, so I really don't care.
You're not. No, you're not.
Yeah. I'm doing just fine at home 99% of the time.
You're a liar.
It doesn't really affect me at all.
I think you're a liar.
Working from home. But yeah, I don't know. It's been weird. It's been a tough, weird year.
What a wild
You know,
time to
not
be
gonna
alive,
lie.
though, right? Holy
Keep
shit.
telling my kids, I'm like, this is, shit you don't see.
Yeah.
This is not normal. Like,
Yeah.
it didn't happen when I was your
Oh.
age. Didn't happen for my parents.
I told Lena today,
Yeah.
like, holy shit, you're living through some weird stuff right now.
We're down to 2.
Let's get
We're
down.
losing people.
Look, do you know what we need right now? You know what we need?
What we need?
We need Dr. Dog on the
Yeah,
damn TV.
We need to rock out.
We need Dr. Dog.
Let's get the game show back on here in the musical game show. Phil can't see it, but it looks cool.
All right, I'm going
Let's
to put a
see.
shot of Coke in here. It's going to make me feel like
Nice.
trash, dude.
Yeah.
You can put a shot of whiskey in mine.
Okay.
And Coke.
I'm just going to do a little Coke. 'cause I can't do the shot.
Look at Chip. Look at Chip.
You want whiskey and
Yeah.
Coke or just Coke?
Yeah, both.
Okay.
All the above, sir.
One,
Chip
two,
wants
three.
the refill.
1, 2, 3.
Look at this
I learned
madman.
that
This is his.
This is the inaugural
I l-
KrohnKast.
I learned
We're
that
celebrating.
at bartending school.
He's sharing his
actually.
secrets.
Shout out to the Sound. They just did a big podcast, and they announced some stuff. They're going to be doing a live stream show. They're doing hard shit. We made sure to start after them. Want to make sure that was the thing. We're about to get Dr. Dog. Where's Dr. Dog
What
at?
should we do?
Nobody knows about Dr. Dog. They dress like.
Good afternoon. Thanks so much for coming yesterday, the
Yep.
first time.
Y'all
Remember,
both
like
want
it
a shot
was
of Coke,
yesterday,
though?
running
Yeah.
such a talented
Oh, I
bout show.
definitely have
Let's see here. I think I got the levels to where you should be able to hear us loud and clear with the music.
They look like a bunch of homeless Alaskan fishermen.
It's the deadliest catch.
Yeah, this is the weekend off the boat.
Dangerous crabs.
They look like they're ready to yell at the death. What's up with the tape measure?
I didn't see it. Let me look. Oh, I don't know. Anytime we can put more oh, that tape, that's just cosmetic.
This is actually really good. I just don't understand how music moves like this.
I think it's just when you live somewhere that's not Mississippi. You probably get a group like this together.
I've had a lot of fun. Because you can be very specific about.
So if you're lonely,
Because you are
just a face upon that
already
where the only thing you need. La da 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 da. No, I've come
It
around.
doesn't matter the chemistry is like, kind of stable person. Can they carry on?
Any street, wandering
That is the two wild cards, right? Like, on the same page creatively, and then are they going to last? Are they going to blow up the next time?
They just sit together.
Every time I play with a guy,
So do you need a friend?
it's been an
Need a friend? Do you need a friend?
Yeah.
an absolute disaster. But maybe that's because I play drums and ideas to influence things.
You're at the mercy of whoever's
Right.
creating
I'm
that.
at the mercy. Like the guitar player doesn't have ideas. Like we're screwed. Like,
Yeah.
I got beats all day, but if you don't have ideas, we're
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it comes down to the chemistry. And it's like, yeah, you can play this and you can play that, but if you're not able to get excited by the people that you are playing with in that room, it's not going to go anywhere.
Right. That's true. That's very true. Oh boy,
So these six
Thank you.
guys, they get in a room together.
We
and,
all played the wrong thing at the same time, so we're totally
They
fine.
drink milk.
God
They
knows what
probably drink-
happens.
They probably drink some farm-raised milk, right?
Should we do the next
Some
one now?
organic milk.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
But I don't know. I like this view. I like this view I've whipped up here. That
Yeah.
everyone's seeing.
Oh yeah, that's
Look,
nice,
see
dude.
this? Oh, you see that? Like, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like
really
that.
nice.
Cut off.
It's almost like y'all are both looking at me.
Yeah. Well, that's what it shows for you. You can see where I'm looking.
I tip my cap to the heavy, heavy rain.
This is
I
some
wait
shit I would
alone
listen to.
when I
on
see
a
a
lot of shit.
snake go by.
I like this.
I ain't a fighter,
hear stuff like
never
this
been
always.
in a fight.
Wonder.
I can't get no answers from the other guy. So let's just clear the air.
We'll mix up. It's a little bit of country rock.
I am over here.
Imagine any of these guys that bass player for example, we're gonna play a hardcore beat, a hardcore beat.
I am the youngest of a family of spiders. I've got a web of my very own weaving. I know where I belong and nothing's gonna beat it. So I ain't going home just because I'm leaving. So let's just clear the air.
I know I've changed it up as I grew older and older. I wanted to play it. I like to listen to. Take more something that's taken me a long time to realize as a musician. Because as a musician, earlier on, you're just trying to make interesting musical stuff.
Well, the
But
last
then you
time
realize,
that
like, people
I
that aren't
got
musicians that just listen to music, they don't give a shit about
I
it. They
didn't
just
even
hear the
know
final
your
product
name.
and the kind of vibe that it gives
Once and
them.
again
Picture it.
for the
General
first
vibe.
time.
I think when you're done like that,
But it ain't
you
the
are being
same.
creative because you definitely feel like
Everything you
that's the
told
fun
me.
in the world.
I
Like this is who you are.
walking away.
So you're trying to do
I felt it on the moment that I met you. And
Whether it's a
that
metal
felt
band or
like a place
but
that
at that
I
point,
should
it's like,
stay.
oh,
So let's just clear the air. I am over here, I'm over there. We were around long before my birthday. We'll be around to throw flowers at my grave. Me and you got a history of history. Me and you to continue
To make
this
good music,
way.
it's not about one instrument playing some crazy shit. It's about the overall product.
Oh yeah.
Art form. That's what I was saying, like, when it's about the it's more about the overall vibe. This guy's not shredding on guitar
Hey,
anymore.
can I interject? I'm done with Dr. Dog, dude. No,
No,
offense,
you're-
I like
you're-
it. I'll probably
you're-
listen to him tomorrow. But
Yeah.
I totally agree with your equation there because to balance that out, the other half of that equation is the audience. Can
Yeah.
they get into what you're doing? Do
What
they
is it-
understand it? Do they
What is it
receive it?
representing? What is it saying artistically? Not just, oh, you're playing this or you're playing that or you did this change or this time signature. It's like what's
Yeah, none of that
the overall-
matters.
yeah.
It's all about how it is received and if it's broad enough to be received by the masses.
Mitchell, do you remember? We were in. Yeah, you do. Cause, dude, I had a pan. So Chip doesn't. Chip doesn't know this. Chip doesn't.
I'm
know
intrigued.
This. Something just popped in my head. I had a panic attack
Oh shit.
that nobody knew about in Richmond, Virginia.
Richmond. I don't remember Virginia. Oh, I do remember
Richmond,
Virginia.
Virginia.
Calm
Kinda.
down.
A little bit.
So we played Richmond, Virginia, and you know those like like the Full House
Mm-hmm.
where
Yeah.
it's like a
Oh,
big
yeah.
stupid thing.
Yeah.
Well, in this neighborhood they had basements, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we went down this narrow ass basement, and I'm going straight from pure memory, and it was solid cement hallway, and then it opened up to a square. No other doors, just a square, one way in, one way out.
Huh.
That's all it was. It's this big square
Like
cement basement,
a, okay.
and there was like a vent
Hidden
from
basement
the top
room.
with air conditioner, but there was no air coming through. So we set up, and the crowd formed from the hallway. You know, they would come in when we would start to play, and
Oh, wow.
they would close us in, and we're in the cement basement. And I don't know if you guys know, but I'm extremely claustrophobic.
I didn't realize that until now.
Extremely. I don't do well with the little small planes and stuff. And I'm playing. Just having a good time. Everybody's feeling good. Everybody's happy. All the hippies were like hands in their pockets, fucking thinking about vegan food and stuff. And then I realized like halfway through, like, holy shit, we're in like a hole in the ground, dude. And
Yeah.
there's one way out. There's
Yeah.
one hallway. And I started thinking about it while I was playing.
Some shit goes down. How do I get out of here, right?
And my heart was like fucking killing, dude.
Fight or flight kicking in.
And I don't know how I got through that, but as soon as it was done, I like ran out. Like I got the hell out of there. Like I was panicking the whole time. And
Yeah.
every now and again, in the middle of the night, I think about that.
Oh, wow.
And
Yeah. It's
I
like a
get-
moment that's etched
And
in
I'll
your
wake up,
mind.
and I'll wake up like sweating,
Ah,
like scared,
yeah.
like I'm dead,
Dang.
and I don't know why.
Dude, yeah, well, I could see that. Claustrophobia mixed with that environment.
And I'm like,
Sounds like a
who
nightmare.
arranged this show?
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
No, I used to feel
This
like that in
motherfucker.
elevators when I was younger. But I remember that show. I do remember that show. That was the first drummer for Recovery Period.
Yeah.
He said that show. He lived up there.
Tall,
And,
skinny dude.
Yeah, and he set that show up, and it was us, Jay Murph, and I think it was one more band. I don't think it might have been his band. I can't remember. But yeah, I remember that. I walking down there, and there's no windows, and it was just a concrete basement, everything cement. I think they had a little bar in the back for the beer and stuff, and yeah, I remember that show being really, really fun.
While he's having a panic attack.
Yeah, dude.
In the
Well,
back,
Dude, my
quietly,
I didn't know he
quietly
had
in
a
the
band.
background.
But when I think of that tour, I don't think of that show. I think of that show that we played. Man, it was like a bar, and there was a band on the bill, and they had the kids, and they just danced the whole time while we played. Even though we were playing like this like punk hardcore stuff, they still danced like they danced for J Murph's
that's
band.
awesome.
Which was called something Battleship. I Sink Your Battleship or
Yeah.
something like that. And
I
they
sunk
danced
your
for
battleship.
yeah, they danced for our set, and then they did their set, and it was it was dancey stuff. But that's the show I remember
Was it
my
Asheville?
I don't know. I can't remember if it was Asheville. My camera got stolen that show. We had it on the merch table with the shirts, and somebody came by and swiped the shirts and my camera.
It's kind of flattering
God
that they
damn.
stole your shirts, though.
I think they like the camera was probably laying
Oh,
on the shirt, and they
took
just
the
kind
whole
of
thing.
folded it over because we didn't have a merch person with us on that
Yeah.
tour. That was just it was just us and the bands.
Yeah.
But that show was so fun. I remember because we played it, we got drunk, and then we started driving back. I don't even think we stayed anywhere.
I don't think it was Asheville because I remember Asheville. We stayed somewhere and it was not.
I don't remember.
You don't remember that?
I don't remember where did we play?
All right.
Wait, was Asheville the place where me and you went to the bar and I
Yep,
was
you got
like,
Fat Tire.
yeah, and I started drinking Fat Tire that night.
That was the first time I ever heard of Fat Tire.
That's right. I remember they had the bike on the
Yep.
wall.
So look,
I was like, this is
listen to
delicious.
this.
Then you
Chip.
introduced me to that same beer
Yes.
on Love Stories In Show.
Listen to this, Chip. This dude's like, dude, I'm sure he's not listening. I'm sure he's not one of the me listening right now. He's like, dude, come stay at my place. And we're like, oh, cool, great. We got a place to stay. We drive up into the fucking mountains. And I remember this to a T.
I don't remember any of this.
Oh, dude. It was an old wooden house, right? And on the side of a mountain, like we're going up like 90 degrees.
Horror movie.
So we go in there. There's like just mounds of dog poop on the ground that's been there for months. There's rats, mice, roaches. And
Damn.
he's like, dude, come in, bro. He was super nice. Like, kudos to the guy. And he's like, dude, let me make y'all a pizza. So you know the
Oh, shit.
Totino's party pizzas?
Yeah.
He had a few of those. So he opens up the oven, and there's like a black pizza that he forgot about. That was,
Wow.
yeah, swear to God, dude, it was like a frisbee,
For like a
black-
month ago when he fucking passed out.
It was solid as a rock and it'll knock you out. He's like, oh, what's this? And I'm like, dude, he gets the pizza out and he just throws it on the fucking counter and everything's dirty. And I was like, there's no way I'm eating that pizza.
Damn.
And it was so gross. And there was some dudes doing some legit hard drugs in
I'll
there.
bet.
Like I'm talking
Yeah.
about next level hard
That's what's
drugs.
going down at a place like that.
So I was like, dude, I can't do it, man. I can't do it. And I went and slept in the van, and it was the nicest weather ever because we were like literally on the top of a mountain in Asheville,
That's awesome.
North Carolina.
I don't remember that at all.
That was so gross. I don't know where you slept.
Repressed memory.
And look. Black Mike came out and said, hey, man, you mind if I crash here with you in the van? It's fucking disgusting in there. I remember that. And I was like, dude, yeah. And then like two other guys came out and slept in the van because it was so gross inside that house. It was bad gross.
Yeah, that's
I don't know.
damn. Tales from the road.
I don't remember that at all.
Really? You don't remember that?
Is J Murph still with J Murph? Where was that at?
That was their best
what
show.
show?
That was their best show in Nashville. That was their best show.
Nashville or Asheville?
Because the other guy, I forget his name, that they had with him singing, he was rapping and shit.
Ben.
He took his shirt off and fucking spun it like a helicopter.
What show? Where did we play that
I
night?
don't know. Some bar on Main Street. Because I went back a couple years ago. We were in Tennessee and we went to Asheville to see some mansion or some rich dude. And we went to Main Street and I started like Googling, trying to find the place we went. And I saw a place that looked like, because I remember the shit, where we played. And it's like a hippie bar now. They serve like vegan chips and stuff.
Yeah, I don't recall.
You must have been drinking quite heavily.
No,
that
I
night.
remember the first show and the last show. The first show we played in Atlanta at Under the Couch, and then because I remember we drove to Atlanta that night, and then I think we crashed someplace with a band from there that night, and then the next day I don't remember, and then the last night we played. It might have been Asheville, but I remember we played in that bar. We got there because it was only like a 2-hour drive or something. It was something easy that day where we could sleep in, wake up. It was like a couple hours south, and then we got there early. And me and you walked around. We found the bar open, had some beers. Didn't have to be back until whenever. I mean, there was just people sitting at the bar when we played. You know, it was.
Chip, get on YouTube and type in Phil Krohn real quick.
All right.
I'm about to blow it up. Shout out to
Let's
Erica
go.
Bounds. We're gonna get you and Matt on this sucker pretty soon here. We're gonna get the crew.
What
back
up,
together.
Erica?
What's up?
You know, I was thinking last night. I was thinking about Erica. Probably shouldn't have said that, but I was thinking about Erica last night. I was like, man, you know what I want to do? Because I was watching all the Sturgis videos. I got super into the Sturgis stuff this week. Scroll down, go to the tumbleweed one.
Hey, here's something.
Yeah, it's probably that.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah, go down to the tumbleweed one. But I was thinking about Erica, And I was like, man, if we went to Sturgis Bike Week next week and just posted up on Main Street and people watched, it would be the funnest shit, because we would go to all the shows at Glory Bound and just, because if you're not playing, I don't know if you know, Chip, but if you go to your friend's band's place and you're not playing, it's not a lot going on other than to drink beer and people watch.
Yeah.
So we would people watch and have just the best freaking time. Holy crap. Because we'd be like, dude, that girl's drunk. She's trying to get on that dude.
Yeah.
That dude's trying to hit on that girl. That girl's not interested. She's interested in this dude. Like, we would figure out the social dynamic of all these people.
It wouldn't be very hard.
And it was so good. It was so good.
Yeah.
And then I would get assaulted on the way to my truck by 260-pound women. No, this really happened like several times. Dude, she can vouch. Look, she said yes. She knows. She knows. Are you scrolling down? Are you looking for the tumbleweed? What are you doing? We talked about this 30 minutes
I was listening
ago.
to your story. I can only do one thing at a time.
No, but I'm saying, if me and Erica went to Sturgis Bike Week, we would have just an absolute magical time. Erica, we're going. I'll pay for everything. Let's go.
Phil Krohn, tumbleweed?
Unbelievable. There it is.
All right.
So this was from
Here we go.
this. Oh, wait. Where was this from? Salt Lake
Here's
City
Phil
to
Phil
Reno,
Krohn's
or Reno
sex
to
tape.
Sacramento? It was one of those. We were in Nevada. I know we were in Nevada. Are you clicking on it? What are
Phil
you doing?
Collins. Is it this?
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
That's what happens. And then they film it and put it in Bonanza. So it'd be cool. And it really sucks.
I want to see tumbleweeds though.
If you see a tumbleweed, you need to get a new job, because tumbleweeds mean your life sucks because you're in the fucking desert.
Like really, really bad?
Yeah. I had sex with a girl one time and a tumbleweed passed by and I stopped. I didn't even ejaculate because it sucked. Because I'm like, there's a fucking tumbleweed. I don't want to be a part of this. And I what do you call it? What? What's wrong with you? I pre-ended it and I went home because a tumbleweed passed by, and that's not good.
Dude, I was lit. I was lit up.
Yeah. I detected a little bit of that.
This mofo! This mofo!
That was most nights in the van.
You may have had a couple of adult beverages that night.
And then we thought we saw a cop, and that's why the video ended. We were like, whoa, good,
shit.
turn the light out. Turn the light out.
There
Like,
was a lot of good nights on that tour, just drinking in the van, going from state to state.
we pulled up to a gas station one time, and we opened the sliding glass door, and all the beer cans fell out. And we looked up, and there's a cop
Like what? What?
and we're like, oh, ooh, like pushing all these beer, like 42 beer cans back in the van. It was bad.
Oh, good times.
But the big problem with that was everybody had to pee every 5 minutes.
That was
an issue.
Yeah.
I remember we were somewhere and there wasn't like another town or another stop for like 45 minutes or something, and I was like, okay, I'll try to hold it as long as I can. And that was the most painful bladder
Yes.
It gets brutal.
retention I had ever felt, because I was, consciously trying to, but I already had too many, so we had to stop and I had to get out.
Well, an ongoing, and part of that ongoing issue was we had just left somewhere. Like, hey, whoever has to pee, pee now, because we're like an hour and a half behind already.
It doesn't work.
We got a blah, 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 blah.
Could've hit you
Well,
5
we get in the
minutes
van, and I don't remember who it was. I think it was me and Mark. Me and Mark started killing beers, dude. Like, we were like, fuck that, dude. Let's get lit up, dude. And we started killing beers. And then, like, 5 minutes later, I'm like, hey, any chance we're going to stop? And Mitchell just laid into me. He's like, God damn it. We just talked about this. We are not dude, piss on yourself, bro. Piss on and I was like, and me and Mark, I was like, Mark, now you got to say something, because if everybody piles on, we'll stop and pee. And then they're like, no. And then I think we like passed the jug around. It got weird.
Say you better get a fucking gallon jug.
It got
I
weird,
don't
dude.
think that happened at all.
It did happen. He yelled at me hard. He's
Mark,
like,
did that happen? Is that
It did happen.
exactly how it went?
I don't know if it was Mark.
Because
but
there's a good chance I wasn't driving.
it was one of them.
I was probably 6 ahead of
But
Phil.
I remember that was. I remember that because I was in pain. I was like in bad pain because I.
Oh yeah,
it
it sucks. That's not a good place to be in at all. You don't ever want to drink and then
It's like doing a
have to-
podcast.
and hold it. That's the worst. Just hit yourself in the face with a hammer.
It's like when you're an hour into the live stream and you're drinking.
There's another video of me. Well, was that? Wasn't that? I was talking about the California guy because Mitchell walked off with the keys to the trailer, and the guy's like, "Dude, I need y'all to play now."
Oh,
Now.
shit.
And Mitchell's like went for a tour of the city of Long Beach, California, with the keys to the trailer, and everybody's like, "God damn, Mitchell's fucking."
No, oh, me and Toby, we walked down to the pier. It wasn't that far, and we're like, "Dude, we're here. Let's go see the Atlantic Ocean. I mean, the Pacific Ocean."
But they had the keys to the trailer. We couldn't set up, so we're just standing there looking dumb. And the owner of the club's
Yeah,
like,
I
"Bro."
remember. We
Ah,
got
good
back,
stuff.
and yeah, it was that House of Blues type place.
Well, the guy hollered at me. That was the
And,
thing. He got a tone with me, and I was like, "Hey,
Yeah, I remember.
I'm a
I got
bad
like, where you
dude.
been? I was like, well, me and Toby, we want to see the ocean. We want to see from one side of the country to the other. But we played to
We'll play
nobody,
when we're
so it didn't
damn
really
ready.
matter. It was like three. It was.
That's what
it
it
was
always comes
something
down
weird.
to.
It was like us
Yep,
and
I remember.
Mark and then like a blues band or somebody on piano or
Yep.
something dumb or weird like that. So it didn't really matter. I don't even remember how we
I do.
got booked at that place.
well, I
mean,
remember the show. I remember it to a T, and I remember the howling at the moon, and
Now, Howlin' the Moon that was
Hollywood.
cool.
that was cool.
Playing down there in
you had a
City
house
Walk
kit.
and
It was a dueling
Oh.
pianos bar,
now, but that part
Oh.
was weird though because you had to play behind the piano and we couldn't see you. So
but I shredded, dude. I shredded.
that video I think is up somewhere.
Look that up, Chet.
All right. Hey,
It should say Howlin' at the Moon.
Jamie, pull that up.
Mordecai,
I think it says Howlin' at the
howling
Moon.
at the moon,
what we got here?
dude. It was.
What are we looking
incredible.
What?
Mordechai. Is that too fast?
Could have just said Mordecai.
Echai. Yeah, there.
You
Howling
said
at the
in,
moon. Oh my!
There you go.
There you go.
The Mon.
You're not gonna find it. There's no way. But no, that show, I got lit up, dude. No, we walked into that bar and it was packed out, and we are like, "Oh shit, this is gonna be sick, bro. This is gonna be sick." And they're like, "Our next band coming up, Mordecai." We started setting up, and everybody left.
Ah, dude,
So
brutal.
Phil,
Been
I
there.
was talking. Well, I don't know if I was talking to you or I was talking to. I was finding these old posters the other day, and one of them was for my old house where I used to have house shows, and it said Insignia and Seppuku, and there was a trifecta there. It was back in the day, Insignia, Seppuku, the Awesome, and one more I keep forgetting.
Insignia and Seppuku, huh?
Yeah. So what? Because I always get them mixed up. What Insignia was you and Chip
Insignia was me, Chip,
and
Chris. yeah,
Mhm.
and
and-
Kevin on drums and David on bass.
Yeah.
and then
It's 5-piece.
and then Jared came in later.
And then Jared came in later. It was me,
Mhm.
Chris, Jared, and Chip was there
Yeah.
for a good
The
bit of it.
beginning, the very beginning.
And then we were just a 3-piece. And then the Awesome was...
Wait, no, that was Seppuku.
That was Seppuku, yeah.
Seppuku was you, Jared, and Chris.
Mhm.
Okay,
That's it.
So when you played Insignia, you were already there to do Seppuku songs. Because
Right.
I remember the two, like Insignia was the one that was like, if people wanted, and then you were like, oh, by the way, we got this other thing going called Seppuku.
Oh, yeah, we used
which was
that.
which
yeah.
was kind of like Chris pushing, where Chris was kind of writing the
Yeah.
songs.
A little
Like,
more deathy.
hey, can we
blast
do
beaty.
can we do Seppuku
Yeah.
2? Okay, all right, I got it now. So, and then
Yep.
the Awesome. So what was the Awesome? Jared was playing drums in
No.
Insignia.
No,
No, yeah. that
Jared
was-
was playing drums in Seppuku.
right. The awesome
Okay,
was me playing drums, not knowing how to play
y'all
drums.
flipped.
I bought a drum set. That's basically what I didn't have no clue how to play drums. I bought a drum set, played drums, Chris played guitar, and Jared sang, and basically got us
Right.
kicked out of every bar we played.
That's when you flipped around.
Sounds
So
about right.
so really the band that had its shit together was Insignia, and then
Wouldn't
Chris
go
was
that
like,
far.
let's do this side project with Jared. And then I guess somewhere y'all got drunk and said this would be an even better idea if we did a side project and we flip it and Phil's on drums and Jared is the front main person main.
No, it wasn't Chris. Chris wasn't involved with the awesome. I'm sorry. I'll take that back. Word Strickland was the guitar player. If you remember,
Wasn't there a band that you played bass in for a second? I remember something about you playing bass in a band.
Hard no.
You sure?
Never owned a bass. Never played a bass. Don't know how to play a bass.
But you were the lead singer front person for Insignia.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then you went to Seppuku with Jared on drums.
Yep.
And you're still the front person.
Basically,
That was Seppuku. Was it Seppuku or was it Insignia? Sorry, Chip. Where you played at the comic book store in Mobile and I videotaped you.
Seppuku.
That was Seppuku.
Yeah, and that was.
Because I
with,
remember Word playing. I remember Chris and Word both being there. So not
What
Word,
Word?
not Word. Flower.
Flower,
Flower was
yep.
the bass player.
Yep.
Or he became the bass player.
Yep.
Hmm.
Did you not find that goddamn video?
I
That's
don't
because you didn't put an H by the C on Mordecai. That's why.
Like this.
CH. Yep. Put an H right there. See what happens. Bam! Look at that.
Look at that.
Nice.
Play any one of those. Any one of them dark ass videos.
Let's do it. Here we go. Hold on. Let me.
I'd
There we
like
go.
to see this. 2009.
11 years.
Mhm.
Man.
It's a house kid.
Yeah, so I mean that's what I was saying. And you can't really see Phil because he's so far back there behind the grand piano. We were physically separated by a piano between you and us.
Oh, this was our floor time jam.
That's jamming.
Yeah, this is.
Look at old Dylan. I forgot about old Dylan. I don't know why we were watching this because you can't even see you.
For some
there's
reason-
I keep saying there's a fucking piano in front of you.
For some reason in my mind, I thought that was going to be a lot better than that.
You
Chip, are you leaving?
probably remember it
I gotta go to the bathroom.
a
Hey,
lot better.
why don't you bring back some red Solo cup full of ice and some Diet Pepsi, please?
Holy cow.
That'd be great. Holy cow, we got the control of the computer now. Fucking Chip.
Got the power.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
If there's actually any videos on here where you
Yeah,
where you can actually see you playing. You know what would be good is if we could find a video of you playing the drums where we did the drum song.
oh, good luck with that.
I want to say it was called. I doubt it's on here.
Good luck with that. Yeah. Yeah, our big mistake with that, well, I mean, it's a sign of the times, but like if we would have done that again today, I would have just had a camera rolling at all hours.
Right. So here's the thing that me and you were talking about. something a little different. I remember you teaching us the drums, the alternative drum beats to play to what you were doing, because you had it structured, and then I was like, okay, I'm going to do this thing. You're like, no, that's not going to work. Do this. And you had me do one thing, and you had Dylan do another thing, and then you had Mike do another. I think Mike and Stephanie, when they had their floor toms, they actually played the same thing. But I remember it kind of started out, it built out where I would start it, and then it'd go to Dylan, and then it'd go to Mike, and it'd get louder and louder and louder. We actually recorded that, and it used to live on MySpace, but MySpace imploded. So,
wouldn't it be crazy? Thank you, sir. Wouldn't it be crazy if we got like a few of those guys together and did that jam and recorded it legitimately? Seriously, no, it'd be great. It'd be great because we didn't have the what we have now.
I mean, great. Why? Great because what?
I don't know. It's just an idea.
I mean, you want me to go grab your floor toms?
No,
or
I only got one. I'll probably just end
Not
up
gonna cut it.
I'll sample
bring my
everything.
bongo. You want me to get some bongos in here next time?
I'll just duplicate
recreate
everything.
that, memory for you.
I got an idea. Hey, can y'all hold it down for 2 seconds? I gotta go to the bathroom, dude.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Ready to go.
Who's out
some more
there? Is
sauce.
there anybody out there?
We've lost most of our peeps. It looks
They're
like we
just-
have 2 people watching, if this is accurate. Somebody out there. Somebody's out there.
Maybe.
Somebody on Facebook land and
Probably.
Twitch land.
About that time for everybody to go to sleep.
The one viewer on Facebook's probably Phil.
Hit the sack. Get ready for work tomorrow.
But figured out the damn audio.
Conan. Pepper was
know?
asking where Conan is. There's
Hey.
Conan.
We got Conan.
Hey, Conan. Hey, Conan.
He's in the house. Oh. Look at this boy. Oh, his tail just hit me so hard it hurt. That's how excited he is. Look at this dog.
Look at the
Look
camera.
at that
Look at
guy.
the camera. Look at the camera.
This little guy. The studio dog is probably about to take us offline here in a second.
He's gonna step on the power.
He's going under the table. This could not be good.
He already did. Look, no signal.
Oh, it took the TV out. Took our
Yeah.
TV offline.
That ain't working. HDMI's gone.
Yeah. Well, we're still good on the stream end though, but yeah. Man, talking about old bands and old tours and old
So
shows.
you were in
Yeah.
Insignia,
The
right?
Seppuku.
And then you were in Seppuku.
The easiest way to tell the Insignia Seppuku split is when this guy left town.
When
And
Phil
he
left
went
town.
from Insignia. This guy left for Love Stories End.
So you
then.
abandoned ship
Yes.
from Insignia, and you're like,
Well, we started working on. That's when Phil was saying I was involved because we started working towards what became Seppuku at that time.
Phil, can I get another one of your delicious mix?
And it was, I think,
Absolutely.
it was me, Phil, Chris, and Jared, really. But then I ended up joining Love Stories End.
You, Phil, and Chris, and
then-
Jared.
yeah, and then basically Phil, Chris, and Jared took off from there, and I went with Clint.
So what
I went
happened?
with Clint and did Biloxi War Tribe and all that stuff
All right.
over the next couple of years.
So I got that. So what happened once it became a 3-piece, Phil? Fill us in on the blanks. Chip leaves to go play in Love Stories End.
Yeah, and
then
I
it's
was like that
you,
piece
Chris,
of shit.
and Jared. So I mean, here you are. You're stuck with these 2 jackasses.
Yeah.
I mean, what were you playing, Chip? You were playing bass.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I was a bass, and then shortly thereafter guitar.
So Chip leaves, and who fills his spot?
Nobody.
Yeah, it was like,
So you just went on as a 3-piece.
Yeah.
As Insignia as a 3-piece.
Because we didn't care to. It was too much trouble keeping 4 people together because we couldn't never find the right guy, and
Which is basically Seppuku.
right. So we just
So you just said scratch these songs because Chip helped write them.
mainly because of Pig Destroyer. Pig Destroyer at that time didn't have a bass player, and we thought Pig Destroyer was the best band on the planet, and so we just went without a bass player, and we thought it'd be cool.
When you're playing extreme death metal, it doesn't matter too much
It
anyway.
didn't matter live.
What was the best or the most memorable band you played with in Insignia during your short time of existence?
Most memorable band I played with in Insignia? Oh,
Overburden.
That's easy. Nope. I mean, no, that's memorable.
That's the
They're
first thing
fun.
that comes to mind for me.
But the band that I remember 100% was
Oh, I know. Oh.
Lobotomy.
Yes, Lambotomy. Lambotomy.
Remember them?
Not lobotomy, but Lambotomy. I
Lambotomy.
had their, yes, I still have their EP to this day
Best-
in a
be-
drawer
best-
somewhere.
To this day,
They
best
were-
live
yeah.
show I've ever seen.
They were ahead of their time. They were a little bit ahead of the game with
Wait,
the hardcore metal back
What
then.
year was this?
This would have been early 2000s.
Look
and where-
that up, Chip.
Where were they from?
Yeah, this would have been like 03,
No clue. We played with them at Kirk's.
2003. I
They
would
weren't
guess.
from here.
2003-ish, Kirk's Bazaar with Lambotomy.
The reason I asked
I
is
wonder if we
because
could
when
find
I was in junior high in Jackson, I
Oh,
remember
Conan
there was
unplugged
a,
the TV.
Oh,
a
good.
band that was called Lambotomy that was a really big deal
Don't
all
worry
the way
about
up in Jackson.
That's them. They're from
to,
Jackson. That's it.
To the junior high school
Remember that
kids.
Maker's Mark over there?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, they're from Jackson.
Yeah.
That's where they're from. And we thought they were the coolest shit ever.
Yep.
And they were. They're really good.
They actually were. They had their shit together. They had good songs. They had a good sound.
And the drummer had huge muscles, huge arms. And I was like, shit, I want to have arms like that, dude.
So for anyone tuning in here to the KrohnKast episode 1, Phil and Chip come from the metal scene. They come from a predominantly metal background.
Yeah.
And, they grew up with a lot of the metal bands around here. I did not. I grew up with a lot of the punk bands and alternative bands.
Post-punk.
So our backgrounds are a little bit different, but they do cross paths eventually.
Heck yeah.
We're like, what the f-?
So what happened after?
something, really sinners.
So tell me about the Awesome.
Dude, it was this,
The Awesome is
Great
seppuku
name.
reversed. I got Insignia, right? Chip leaves the band. Here you are with the fucking songs that Chip wrote. They're like,
It's like a
fucking Chip's
VH1
gone.
behind the music
What's
now.
the fucking point? I could see Chris being like, yeah, let's just fucking call it a different name.
What's the point
and
carrying
have
on without
fucking
Chip?
other songs? So he cranks out a fucking song a day. So I could see that. I could see Seppuku come into existence. Then you guys are like, yeah, well, let's fucking flip it, and we'll have Jared be the fucking front man and shoot fireworks out of his ass. And then what happens?
we didn't have a band at the time, and we wanted to play shows in Rage, and so that's how that became it. We were just basically 3 or 4 dudes that didn't have anything to do at the time, and nobody was in bands. So I bought a $900 drum kit from the Ocean Springs music store, Magnolia
Oh,
Music,
yeah.
like an idiot. That chrome one, that pearl,
Ah.
and I didn't know how to play it, and I just thrashed on it, and like, we don't know how to play or do what we do. And so we just did grindcore stuff, and Jared would scream into the mic violently and say, like, he'd go up to a table and be like, smells like this table has AIDS. And they're just like, it'd be like 2 couples like having a drink, having a Saturday night out. And he'd break a fucking bottle and just,
Yeah. God, those were the days.
I mean, I can't like, I don't know exactly what he did because I wasn't watching, but
Yeah.
it was a good time.
I can only imagine.
And a lot of times, like, people were like, "Yo, y'all got to get the hell off the stage, bro! Like, you're like destroying my bar." Like, they get really mad. Hawks Tavern, they
Yeah.
told us to leave one time, and we're like,
I played an Old Woman with No Teeth. You remember that band?
"Yeah,
You-
oh yeah."
You know, if you keep this,
I played an Old Woman with No Teeth with this guy. We got kicked out of the 2 venues we played
Wait,
in.
you were in the band?
Yeah.
I didn't
For
know
a
that.
bit, playing guitar for
if
a
you
brief
keep this
period.
podcast going for another 4 hours, Jared will be awake.
Nice.
He'll be available. Come on.
Yeah, let's keep it going.
Yeah, dog, come over. Come walking in here. This podcast smells like AIDS. What the fuck y'all talking about? You know, we asked him to come on tonight, and he informed me that he I'm serious. He informed me that he only is awake between he's only available between 3 a.m. and 8 a.m.
That's a tight
No,
schedule.
I'm not making this up. I'm not lying.
What
'Cause
kind of hours?
I was like, dude, we'd love to have you. Come on, come please. This would would be amazing. And he was like, yeah, I get all my shit done between 3 a.m. and 8 a.m. And then after 8 a.m. I start drinking.
Those are the
Wow.
business hours.
Dude.
That was for Saturday and Sunday. And I was like, man, that sucks because we're probably not going to be live until Sunday night, and you'll be asleep because he goes to bed at like 6 or 7 o'clock or something.
Why is his schedule like that?
No, man.
Like,
That's what.
I guess
I
pass
think
out
it's-
early,
I
wake
think
up early,
Yes, yeah. I
get shit
think-
done, get
yeah,
back to it.
Yeah, he used to wake up at like 5 and to get ready to go to work, and then he'd start work at 6. And I think it started out with he would wake up even earlier to go down to his unit to record and work on mixes and whatnot. And then that became earlier and earlier and earlier. So now he's getting up at 3 to get down there and do whatever he needs to do, before he starts his day and then finishes his day. Because he gets off work, he gets off work early and then goes home and, hangs out and goes to bed early. I mean, he's not worried about anything.
I'll talk to him.
Make it
talk to
happen.
him.
Jared, Phil's going to talk to you.
I'll talk to him.
Insignia Seppuku reunion.
Okay, so yeah, back to Seppuku. I just wanted to try to get the story straight. I figured this would be a great podcast to explore your metal history.
Yeah.
So you got fuckhead Chris over here doing Seppuku, and then you got fuckhead Jared over here doing the Awesome. Obviously, those two implode at some point.
Yeah.
And then what do you go on to?
Shit, what did I go on to?
That's a good question.
Oh wait, I have a question. And as I said before, I am asking this as an outsider for the metal community at the time. I was kind of in parallel because of the post-hardcore band sharing shows with you guys. So I remember Driven by Suffering to Jared was a big deal. Like I remember being in a unit with Insignia or Seppuku playing and talking about, you guys going to play a show at Driven by Suffering, and because they were highly regarded, as being a very tight, successful metal band on the coast. And then Jared ended up being in Driven by Suffering.
That's right.
And I think at
Forgot
that
about
point
that.
he was in 4 or 5 fucking bands,
Yeah.
including mine.
Yeah, he was going hard.
And yours, and and Marshall's.
Yeah.
So I mean, like I remember at one point he had like 4 or 5 bands he was juggling. Was that the sentiment for you guys as well? I mean, I never understood why Driven by Suffering was highly regarded. I think I saw them play a few times at I went with Jared to Kirk's, and we saw them play, and I remember them playing well. But like I said,
I think that
I'm
was it.
asking this as somebody from outside the metal community, trying to understand, because I do understand that the metal community is very competitive. Has always been competitive.
Yeah, it's hard to get people of the caliber to get a full metal band going. Like getting it goes back to what you were talking about earlier, getting the people on the same, like getting the group of people that are all on the
Getting the
same
equation
thing.
right.
Like
Get the
that's
equation balance.
I know, that was towards the end of Insignia, and then what led into Seppuku. From what I remember, it was like a lot of that. Like, I can't remember all the details from back then, but basically we lost the drummer and bassist, and we're trying to do more extreme stuff. Jared came along as more of extreme drummer.
Jared's
then,
just extreme all around. But he's actually chilled out a lot, I think, now.
But
The reason Driven by Suffering was hot
But yeah, go
at the time was, in my opinion, that the combination of people was pretty fire at the time.
That's where Brian came from, right?
Yes,
they
Brian.
had a good sound.
So they're not going to see this.
Well, Brian was just an all around like good at everything guy.
Yes, he had solid guitar, but Ian, the drummer, was very, very good and explosive. And put that with Marshall doing what he does.
Mm-hmm.
It was a really good combination. And that's why they were hot.
Yeah.
Like, they were
'Cause
hot.
usually,
it was good.
Yeah, usually you would have a weak singer or the drummer can't
Right.
keep up
But
or something.
it
But
went
their
together
band,
well.
they had it was a good total package. That's what I remember too.
And they were confident.
And I guess I'm trying to remember correctly. Like, Jared joined to replace the bass player, or he replaced the drummer, or I think he replaced the bass player, and then the drummer's knee went out, and then he ended up
Something like
playing
that, yeah.
drums.
Yeah.
And then I think they had, was it Flower? They had Flower come in and play bass.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And then it just kind of like wasn't the same.
Yeah, and I'll wait till Chris will probably be in here next week. I'll wait till Chris gets here to tell the Monroe story.
I would love to
Don't
hear
wanna do
Chris's
that.
stories.
I don't even want to touch that right now. Because he lived it. The motherfucker lived it.
I remember this.
That
I
dude
can't-
got-
I'm looking
I mean,
forward to
is
this.
that really?
I remember this story.
Is that really a story?
It's a fucking story, dude. Like we were with the dudes from I Hate God. Like it was a fucking story. Cop pulls up, is like, hey, y'all knew two fucking queers that long hair, like weird motherfuckers. We just caught them breaking in the house. I'm like, what'd they look like? And dude, this cop explaining this shit to us we were like, oh, we know those guys.
Yeah, that's definitely.
And they're like, yeah, we got them down at the fucking county jail, bro.
God.
Like, they were trying to break in. And all. We're like, nah, we know they would never do that.
No, it must be some misunderstanding.
Which is not the story that happened at all. But
Probably not. That's why I want to wait till Chris gets here.
no, I mean, I was like, I got the
Is that
story
what-
from Jared because his mom's the one that had to bail them out.
That's right. She
so,
had to go
I
up
mean,
to Monroe.
this is
Wow.
this is what happened. This is this is all that happened. There was no break-in and entry. Anything. They broke a window with a brick and an abandoned house, and they were charged with trespassing.
That just reminds me of how things used to be back in the day. This is giving me flashbacks.
I don't know. Let's wait until let's wait until Chris
Yeah,
and
we'll
Jared
wait.
are on here.
We used to be pretty
and,
wild.
let them tell the story. Okay, so you don't remember what happened after Insignia, Seppuku? You just kind of fucked off,
I
learned how to
know.
play drums real good?
No, I played with a bunch of different bullshit that fizzed out, but then I eventually ended up in. I'm sure there's shit in between here, but I eventually ended up in Catharsis and did that for 2 years, 2.5 years.
Now, I remember you having some very exciting times during your stint in Catharsis. A lot of it being the drama that surrounded those guys.
Yeah.
But anytime I saw you, outside of you, you always had an exciting story. Like, you would not believe what happened at this show,
Yeah.
I mean, so one in particular, we were in the West Bank of New Orleans at some bullshit bar, bullshit club, and we were, I'm going deep. They're not gonna see it. We were playing with a rap group, like a 5-piece group. Half of the dudes were white, half were black, and they're really good. Like chickada 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 type rap. You know what I'm saying? Chickada 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 chickada, and they're like really good. So all I remember is some girls went with some other dudes in the band. I went by myself. I think I drove over there and helped me out on the drugs. They were doing Klonopins.
I don't know. I don't think
Klonopin?
about drugs.
Some old school shit.
What is
I don't know.
Klonopin? I don't know what it
What
does.
is that?
I would imagine.
Sounds like a laxative.
Colon-
It's like, hey, baby, you want to take this laxative?
I would imagine painkiller of some sort. But
You
I'm
want to
not
get cleaned
exactly
out real
sure.
good before we
'Cause
get down
we-
to the dirty deed.
We were like I was by a door or something, and of course I was drinking at every show, and this girl like pushed up against me, and she's like, "I'm sorry if I'm acting weird, but I'm effed up on Klonopin."
Colon-
And I'm like, clothespins? Like, what are you talking?
What are you-
I didn't know what they were at the time. I was like, and they were jacked up. So one of the dudes had a girl that he was like kind of talking to, and then he brought another girl too. Well, they got in a fight at the show. Like,
Oh,
bitch,
shit.
I'll fuck you up. in the parking lot. And I'm like, what's going on? He's like, well, this girl that I was talking to is getting mad at this other girl that I brought that I'm talking to too. And I'm like, well, why would you do that? Like, why would you bring two girls that you're talking to and think everything's going to be okay? There's no end to that story.
Yeah, that's
That's it. Like, I wish there was an end to that story.
So what
Just
happened? What
crazy
happened with
things.
Catharsis? Because Catharsis, if I recall, they always had changing rotating door
Mhm.
of people. The dude couldn't. What was the guy's name? Troy, something like that.
Something like that.
I don't remember what the fuck his name is. But he couldn't ever keep anybody. He always had a different singer, like every other month. Always had a different drummer.
Yeah.
Different. It was never a consistent core.
Yeah.
Whatever ended up happening? Do you know?
I ended up quitting. But yeah, it was just it really it was those guys trying to find the right combination. Like they would always like, oh, this guy's not cutting it. There was always this under talk, and that created drama. And then they would find the guy that's like, oh, this is the ticket, and they'd believe in that guy, and then they kick a guy out. Shout out to Marcus Trebotich. He's signing up for episode 12. Marcus Trebotich, we're gonna get him on here.
Hey.
Dude, gonna get him on here with that new Rickenbacker, dude. You got the Rickenbacker?
He likes to.
Nice.
What was the thing that he was like? He likes to do. He likes to.
What's he like to do?
He was doing in Mobile. He would like the girls would walk by and he'd like grab their hair and smell it, sniff it, and they turn around and look at him and he'd just be like, "What?
When I panicked every time he did that. I'm like, what?
Jeez.
What's he doing? Like, I fucking panicked.
Damn.
They played Hangout Fest this weekend.
Marcus is
And I
one of
missed
the
it.
best people I have
Hangout
ever
Fest
seen
with
that
the
can
Hangout.
hold his liquor down and still perform professionally. I don't know too many people that can do. I can't do that, but Marcus still functions at a somewhat high level after he's blasted. And I mean, just doing like even that night, we're just kicking back shots with him. Like
Yeah, that
every
was
time he
wild.
had a break, it was shots. And then the motherfucker goes and plays, and he's not fucking missing a beat. He's not missing a note, and I'm fucking watching him rip up his lines on the bass. Marcus is one of those few people that can, get tanked and still perform.
Respect.
He's built for
I mean,
that
that's
shit,
the kind of guy,
That's how I have to be to
girl's looking
perform.
for.
I didn't even play. That. You know what I mean? Like, well, I did play that night, but most of the nights I've seen him, like, I wake up and I feel like I've been hit by a truck, and then I see on Facebook he's like, "Oh, ready for round 2."
That's his life, man. That's his lifestyle.
Oh,
I mean, that's
dude.
what he's around. That's what he, 72 hours each week.
That's
It's-
hard, man.
He knows the set backwards and forwards, and he's ready to he's ready to throw down. It doesn't really matter how many beers or shots he does. He's ready to roll. I mean, he's tight. I had the pleasure of having him come over a long time ago and lay bass down on a couple songs I wrote, and it just completely changed. It like the sound. Is like sitting there with someone who. What I'm getting at is when you are sitting across from a drummer, or when you're sitting across from a bass player, there's a difference of what they bring
Yes.
to the song because they know what they're listening for. They're not playing for their ability. They're playing to what the song
That's
needs.
what it all comes back to.
Yes.
And I remember sitting there with him in that back room at my house, and he's just kind of. I showed him. I was like, "Here's the idea I have. This is what I'm playing." And then he played to it, and he just kind of simplified it, and it brought so much more the way that it just pushed and carried the song. And I was
That's how
like,
it should be.
that
bass.
that is someone who Marcus is someone who just he has the ear for bass. I mean, you could probably put him in any band, and he would just embellish upon what the band's already doing. So fuck you, Marcus. Marcus's grandparents and my grandparents used to live like one street over.
Really?
I was doing some genealogy research, and I was looking up like where my great grandparents and grandparents grew up, and their houses down there, and in the logs that the city still has, you could see Trebetich lived like 2 houses down from my immigrant grandparents. I was like, Marcus, check this shit out. He's like, oh, that's my uncle's daddy or something like that. There's so many fucking many of them.
Is that how he sounds?
Yeah.
Oh,
He wasn't too fucking impressed. He wasn't too excited about it. I thought it was cool.
He didn't
I
give
was
a
like,
shit.
Marcus, there's your fucking last name next to mine in fucking
comment.
1906. You know, he's like, whatever, man.
I'm actually drunk and naked at my apartment right this moment. I believe that, dude. Straight up.
Yeah.
The next thing he's gonna write is, "You need to pit Phil back on there. I'm ready to go from flaccid to engorged."
He's probably rubbing his stomach right now, dude.
Flapping it around. You're waiting for that Phil Kron
Little
smile.
silence of the lambs dance.
He's like, talk more about me. Pit Phil's face on there.
There you go.
All right, so Catholicist. Catholicist. That was the combination of Catholicism and exorcism,
I don't
or
know.
a catheter. Or
I never paid
all
attention.
three.
I always
I
thought it
just
was
something.
a catheter.
catheter.
That's what the first thing-
And the exorcism of a
That
catheter.
that was an incredible learning experience for me. Incredible. Of like the whole, like, number one, red flags. Holy shit.
Mhm.
And who works, who doesn't, what works, what doesn't. Just that was one of them things where it was like when I quit, it was like, holy shit, I wish that would have never happened. And then 6 months later, it's like, holy shit, I'm glad that happened
Yeah.
because I'm miles of fucking head of everybody else now
Mm.
because I went through that bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What was your? You played a lot of shows with them. You played like what, Howlin' Wolf and shit over in New Orleans with them.
Here you go. So we're playing Howlin' Wolf one night. Went to Razoo's on Bourbon Street. You know that bar? A girl, I don't know who the girl was. I may or may not have touched her that night. I don't know. But she ordered this blue pineapple drink. And it was like $18. It was stupid. And she took one sip. And she's like, ugh, I don't like this. And I'm like, and I was like broke at the time. And I was like, shit, I'll take it. She's like, I don't even want it. So I drank it. I killed it, right? And you know when you eat something bad or drink something bad, and like the blood came out of my skull, and they're like, Phil, you okay, man? Your face is white, dude. And I'm like, I don't know, I don't feel so great, you know. And I made my way to the bathroom. They had a bathroom attendant, you know, that hands out mints and shit and sprays
Oh,
you and
wow.
stuff. Old black dude. And I was like, what's up, dude? I just need to go to this. And I ran to the stall. And dude, just projectile, blue shit, blue pineapple shit.
Yeah.
Just fucking killed that. Dude didn't even make the
Nope.
toilet. Just hit the wall. And he's like, what?
That sucks. The guy's like watching
He's
you.
fucking yelling at me. He's like, what'd you do to my bathroom, bro?
you gotta
Like, he's
clean
like, God damn. So I come out, and he's like trying to spray me with cologne, like still trying to get a tip. And I'm like delirious.
Yeah.
I can't even see
Like,
straight.
yeah.
And I go back out. I was like, hey, guys, I got to go. And it's packed. It's Saturday night. This after we played. We just played this show, and we were partying.
So you're blown
And I
up.
went back to the hotel and dry heaved into the toilet for like 8 hours.
Oh.
And at 6 a.m., called my mom, told her that I'm dying tonight.
Yeah.
Like, I'll see you later. I'm
Oh.
out. I'm
Oh.
dying tonight.
This
There's
is the
blood
end.
everywhere. I'm like puking blood. Like,
Oh.
crazy. Somebody drove me back home, went to the emergency room,
God damn.
and they're like, dude, how are you not dead? You're dehydrated. There's blood all over your face. And I'm like,
God.
dude, it was bad.
Jesus.
And they said I had a violent reaction to the combination of whatever alcohol was in
Yeah.
there, plus the acids of the juice,
Yeah.
plus some unknown substance, prescription substance that was in
Yeah.
the drink. Somebody roofied
Spiked
the drink,
it.
spiked the drink. I
Oh
think.
shit.
Because the girl I was with was fairly
got
good
roofied.
looking. Yeah, and they said the lining of your stomach's like gone, so anything that touches it's coming right back
I see.
up. And dude, I was fucked up for a week, for a solid
Yeah.
week.
Nope.
Anyway, that's my Howlin' Wolf story.
Ooh.
Yeah, I've
Ooh,
never.
Howlin'
I
Wolf.
can't relate. I've never thrown up on Bourbon Street
That was
ever.
bad.
Now I've had all nighters, drinking hand grenades and hurricanes, but and paying for it for a week straight. But I've never actually thrown up on Bourbon Street.
Threw up in
me
the
either.
bathroom all over the wall. And threw up on
It was
Bourbon
blue
Street.
and blood.
It was blue.
Blue and blood. That should be purple.
It was
Did it
bad.
look purplish?
No, it's blue.
Wouldn't that be crazy?
No,
if
the
you
blood came
fucking
later.
drank a blue drink and the blood from your stomach mixed and you go to throw up and you're throwing up
Well, if
purple.
that happened, you're
It'd be
probably
like,
gonna
I'm
die.
throwing up fucking Smurf blood? What the fuck?
Well, you're probably gonna die.
And you're drunk? You're
Yeah,
probably
I'd
drunk
freak the
already.
fuck out.
So, yeah, you're probably fucking freaking out going, oh my God, I got fucking Smurf cum coming out of me. What the fuck is going on? What happened towards the end of Catharsis? What did it end for you? What did you have enough of?
I don't remember. I really don't. I mean, I just remember one day I was like, well, I suspected they were going to kick me out because we had so much beef and shit. And then I seen send everybody a text message or an email or something and said I'm out. And I didn't want to be in it anymore. It was going south quick. And then I called Clint, I think. And then that started that 5-year thing, and then here we are.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't really a 5-year thing.
It
I
was
mean, what was that? What year was
5
that?
years.
I don't know.
What year was Catharsis?
Minimum 5 years.
I was surprised to see you
Yeah,
in Love
'cause we
Stories
went
then when
on-
I came back in the picture.
Yeah, we went on tour in Mordecai. That was what, 2009, 2010.
Yeah.
It's 2020, bro. You still in it? You too legit to quit.
Yeah, I don't know.
So Catharsis guys, what did they end up? They ended up being Wildfire. What,
Yeah.
what?
Well, I mean, two
How-
of the guys.
two
now
of the
one,
guys
Now
from
one
Ca-
of the guys.
And Wildfire's completely. They're not even anything
It's just
close
it's just
to
a
what
singer.
Catharsis was.
Yeah, it's just singer now. It's just Zach.
Wildfire, they got the piano keyboard thing down there.
Yeah, it's a whole different
With
deal.
like a moon on it or something, I think.
No, it's the radio tower.
Oh, that's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
You got the radio tower.
Interesting.
But that was a fun Mobile show that Mitchell fucking was angry the whole time.
You would be too if you were in my position.
Wow. That's
I don't like getting dicked around. I don't like getting fucked around. I don't like.
I missed out on that one.
Yeah, you did. You dodged a bullet on that, buddy.
Dude, holy shit.
I mean, it's different once you're a family guy. And
I heard
you
all
have,
about it, though.
Did you?
I heard all about
Should
it.
I repeat history?
No.
Feels I only heard it like 5,000
No,
times.
I forgot.
But
like-
no, I'm going to say what I was going to say because the difference between me and Phil is, as a family man now, I have to juggle way more things to make sure that my children are taken care of, that my wife is taken care of. So in order for me to go fucking practice, I have to ensure that there's a whole bunch of other shit that is in check. That's just to leave the house to go practice. Then to go fucking play a show, I have to do the same thing. I mean, that's just not. I'm just not a single guy. I have fucking responsibilities to my family, and there's things that my wife wants to do, there's things that my kids want to do, and I have to make sure that all those things can happen or try to help them happen before I go fucking do my shit. Before I fucking leave the house to go play somebody else's show, those things have to be done. Now, as you being single, now you could fucking fly off and go play a show in New Orleans, Pensacola, wherever the fuck you want.
That's right.
You could drive to Nashville tonight and go play a fucking week straight on fucking Beale Street if you
Right.
wanted to.
Right.
You would have
Yeah.
no problem. No, But unlike me and Chip, because of our family responsibilities, it takes more that we have to put into place to go do something just as simple as that.
Right.
So when those things become more complicated, it is more frustrating for us to be able to accomplish them
Mm-hmm.
when the other person doesn't understand that.
Right. I understand.
Yeah.
Okay.
I understand, but I
why we
know,
got
I
drinks.
know.
Yeah.
After a while, and after we saw Marcus Trebo ditch at the fucking Saddle Up Saloon,
That was a fun night. That was a
Mitchell
fun
had
night.
a good ass time.
I had a great
The
time.
Saddle Up Saloon. Yeah. This whole entire podcast is just making me miss playing live shows and being out there.
Dude, we haven't even got to you.
Like, I know, yeah. Like, that's what it's making me realize is all the crazy ass times and all the good shows.
I was trying
crazy
to create a kind of a timeline here with
Yeah.
Phil's history,
Yeah.
and then using that timeline, kind of like where you guys
Yeah.
meet up and where I meet up, and because he's going to
It's-
have other people on, he's going to have
Yeah,
other
that's
guests
true.
on here, and they all intertwine, they all cross their paths
Yeah.
at some point. So if we kind of like establish Phil's timeline,
Get a baseline.
right, his musical baseline, then it kind of gives everybody a common understanding of like where Phil's coming from, what bands he was in,
Yeah.
people he was around at that time, and then intersecting paths with us
Yes.
and all the other future guests he has.
True.
Yeah, I'm laying it down
Yeah, we're getting super
on the
deep.
inaugural episode. Working out.
We're getting super deep. I forgot we were live. Like
Yeah.
I just want to know what the fuck happened to Catharsis, because I remember hearing so much fucking bad shit about them. So I remember you got out of it and you were relieved. And,
Well, right when I got out of it, that's like shortly after they changed their name and changed a couple other dudes and did the album and all that stuff. And then I did.
Yeah.
I was doing. But there's a
Let's
lot
see.
of years in there.
So
Let's
when
see,
you played
Whiskey
in Catharsis,
Tango.
did you ever feel like what they were playing was just from the heart, like from their soul, like this is what they were all about, or did it feel commercialized? Did it feel like it was something that they were just playing because it was commonly well received? It was something that was popular on the radio as just like a mainstream style of music?
Well, with any band, trying to make it like half of it was like, oh, these are cool songs, and then half of it was like, oh, this was strictly written for mainstream success.
Sellouts.
No, it was.
Well, you're always gonna have a little bit.
No,
right?
it was
Fuck that.
like any band. It was like half of the songs were like, oh, fuck yeah, I like these, and then half of the songs were like, oh, this is formatted for radio, and it was, it was what it was.
Yeah.
Because
It was
I
fun.
imagine for you, it's always there's all going into anything. There's going to be let's see where this goes. This could be interesting, and then
Right.
let it run its course.
Right.
If it goes somewhere, it goes somewhere. If it doesn't, great. Fucking move on to something else
Right.
that's exciting.
And as a drummer, you don't really have a say in the artistic direction.
Sure you do. It depends on who you're working with.
Sure, you have a little bit, but not much.
You always
I would say
even working with me, I always said, here's the song structure. You bring what you want to it. You never had to play a beat that Alex wrote or came up with. I always said, you play what's comfortable, what you feel is comfortable for you to bring to the song.
But with that type of music, when the song's already written,
You're in a box.
I'm in a box. And it's
I can
like,
see what you're
hey,
saying.
Well, here's
You
where
have-
where
you
the
have
vocals
input.
are already written,
No,
and this
no,
is
this
the
is
way
where-
it has
this
to
is where I
go.
make a counterpoint, and
Yeah.
I say, is a song ever really written? Because to me, it's not. A music is always constantly evolving. I fucking hate it when people say, oh, you already wrote the song, you already wrote the parts. Okay, well, it's done then. There's nothing I can do. That's bullshit. That's so much
But
bullshit.
It's already recorded. and
well, it's
that's
true,
the way it
yeah.
is.
I mean, if you are fucking confident in
right.
yourself as a musician and you have your own style, you are more than capable to bring that to the table. I don't ever try to tell anybody to say, play it exactly like this. I say, here's the guideline, here's the dots. I've tried to connect them the best I can. Bring your style, bring what you want. When you played the songs, it completely changed it. The songs became even more metal because that was your style at the time. You brought that you remember me and you having the conversation about playing single kick? Like I wanted you to play with a single kick because when we played that first show in New Orleans, and we had like a 15-minute set or whatever,
Right.
and we loaded up the van. We get over there, and we're about to unload, and they're like, no, you got 20 minutes or 30 minutes or whatever, and to set up and play your set, and there's already a house kit. And the house kit was like one kick and one top tom and one bottom tom, which is the most minimalist kit, for you. You're used to having two, like 5 times that much, and the double. And I remember you being really upset that there wasn't a double kick, and you're like, Mitchell, I don't think I can play these songs with just a single kick. And I was like, just try to, like, get through it, buddy. I mean, it's like, there's only 20 people here.
Yeah.
And you played, your performance was so amazing that night. I was just like, holy shit, because it was reduced for you. You're used to fucking having to do so much more. There's all these fucking drums around you for you to go to, that it, like, to you, it seemed like a challenge. I only have 2 drums to work with, and you had to do more. You were still doing your thing, but you were having to do more. It sounded like more with less drums, and including the kick. And you're fucking, I mean, I remember you hit that kick so fucking hard, and it sounded so fucking good. I was so excited playing that. But then when we went back and went to the next show, and you got to use your own kit with all the drums and the double kick, it was different. It was a different feel. It was a different. It was a different. It was more you, but not as compressed and condensed as it was at the New Orleans show. I probably fucking creamed my pants hearing you play on such a simple kit, but playing on your kit, it's like, that you don't have to work as hard, because you have everything strategically placed. You have more drums than enough that you need.
Yeah, single kick drums, way different ball game for me. Like, I'm out of my element. I'm totally like.
I'd imagine that being like versus like playing with a pick or not as a guitarist or something, if you're not used to it. Like, if you never played without a pick and you're like, well, we don't have any picks. Well, you know what I mean? You'd still be able to play, but it'd be different.
I know 30. I can do 30 beats easily with a double kick drum, and I can do about 10 or 12 with a single. I mean, that's what you're dealing with. And the roles are everything's different. Everything, like the whole mindset.
Band dynamics are just fucking weird.
Yeah.
Because every band's so fucking different,
And the drums make such a big deal.
I mean, if
I agree. Like, the drumming input changes everything from a song. Whether you have a song without drums and you add the drums, however the drums go changes everything.
It does.
It
but
can,
then again, the drums are confined to whatever they're playing to. So that's where this all started.
I would not say confined. No, I would not say confined, because you can always change the beat. It's the beat. It's the drummer's preference on what beat he wants to play.
That's true, but I mean,
that's what I go back to saying. Like,
but if I'm going
a good drummer, a good bass player,
he goes.
They know what the song needs. They know what's going to make it work. That's why all these fucking classic rock songs are fucking gold, and why we still listen to them. Oh yeah. Because everybody that got in the room at that studio was like, okay, we're not going to overplay. Yeah. We're going to play to the music, to the song.
I couldn't agree more with that point. And that's the problem with half the bands these days.
Nobody does that. They just like want to show up and wank off and be, oh, this is what I can do. Watch me do the fucking billion fucking solos here while this fucking drummer hammers down fucking blast beats now. It's like, woo, look at me wank.
Exactly right.
Like, nobody gives a fuck about that. I don't want to fucking watch you.
That's the
wank
difference
off
between
on
a musician
guitar.
that just wants to play and someone that wants to create art.
It's like, I know you're going to have Chris on the show. Chris, for example, right?
Here we go.
Chris is an amazing guitar player. Fucking fantastic guitar player, right? But I mean, like, come on. Play something that is going to hook me, right? Because you've played me Purity Undone songs, and I hear them, and I'm like, oh, well, yeah, you definitely can hear,
there's the hooks.
You can hear his influences of the guitarists that he loves, the bands that he loves. But to me, Chris's personality comes out when, he's not playing, when he's just fucking sitting in a room drinking, not working.
He's got
not
a hard style. Yeah, he's got a hard style that's like ingrained in his being. There's 2 types of guitar that Chris plays. Chris plays speed like old school death metal.
That's what he loves.
And then he's got the Megadeth old school Metallica riffage stuff going on in there. Like, that's the 2 types of stuff that he does very well.
But there's no doubt in my mind that he could play other styles if he wanted, and he would probably play them just as well, if not better. But he's going to do what really gets his boat floating, and it's going to be that speed metal.
I think he needs to do mushrooms or LSD and just like He needs a reset, man, in his brain.
Reset it.
If he got like a psychedelic reset going on, and playing some
That's always a good thing.
and while he's jacked up playing some Dr. Dog or King Gizzard,
Yeah.
what would happen?
I don't
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good.
He
good
would have
point.
a tendency to do his soloing.
He'd be like, "What is this stupid shit?"
That's exactly what he would say.
I could play this shit 30 years ago. What are these fucking assholes?
But that's not the
doing?
point. The point is he's gonna play what he's passionate about.
That's a good. Yeah.
How is that going?
Well,
How is
that's
the
a
band
good point,
going
though, you
with how's Purity Undone? What is the status on Purity Undone?
Zero.
Where are you at?
Zero.
With you're working on songs, you're recording.
No, zero, nothing.
You
Too
were
much.
you were doing stuff. You were working on stuff,
We were.
and it sounded fantastic.
We keep hitting a brick wall. Yeah. Well, fellas, I need
That's-
to wrap
Yes.
this up.
For another
I'll-
episode.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Episode 1 in the books. We'll be to 100 before you know it.
We're only done because Phil finished his drink.
There
We'll see
you
you
go.
guys
You don't have
next
anything
time.
else to drink.
We'll
There
see
you
you
go.
guys next time. Thank you, Chip. Thank
It's
you,
been
Mitchell,
awesome.
for
Hey,
being
thank
here.
you.
We'll
As
see you
always,
next time.
it's been awesome.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks to anyone out there.